Rise Royals. All right, so today I'm pretty excited because I am going to be repotting all of my plants. Yes. I already did this one. So I'm going to kind of walk you through. Yeah, it was in that small little container and I moved it to this next size up, but I'm going to walk you through this next one. Okay, so if you see the roots looking like this on your plant, it's time to repot. All right, look at that. Yes, and I'm just learning this, y'all. I am brand new to this. So if I make any mistakes along the way, feel free to jump into the comments and let me know, you know what I'm saying, like what I can do better. Okay, because I'm open to it. But this is the potting mix that I'm going to be using today. Shout out to my sister. I'm gonna leave her channel right here for giving me the inspiration to, you know what I'm saying, like just jump into like the gardening part of things. You guys will love her channel. So yeah, shout out to her. Hey boo. So yeah, I'm gonna start off by putting some potting mix into my nursery pot. One thing that I do not do is I do not throw away any of my nursing pots. Yeah, I'm just going to fill it up halfway. But yeah, I don't throw away any of my nursing pots whenever I get a new plant, because you just never know what plant needs to be moved over to a bigger nursing pot or, you know, things of that nature. But yeah, so here, I'm just going to grab my plant by the root. Well, not by the root, but by the base, and kind of loosen up those roots, you guys. If you need to trim some of the root, then trim some of the root. Maybe like a third of the root at the bottom. But I'm not going to do that for any of my plants. I'm just going to kind of wiggle those roots out of the dirt and set it on into its new home. Okay, and then after that, I'm just going to dig into my potting mix and I'm going to fill in around the sides. Okay, so an important thing when doing this is you don't want to fill the plant you don't want to cover all the stem, you know, just cover it where it was, you know, try to keep it where it was. And don't go any higher than that, okay? But yeah, just fill it on in around the sides. Move those babies out the way. Don't be scared to handle your plant, you guys, okay? I learned this too. You know, sometimes you get a little scared and you don't know how to really pull the plant out the pot. And what I'm learning is that, you know, you want to pull your plant out of your pot when it's pretty dry, when the soil and stuff is nice and dry and everything is compact. And that's the best time to pull your plant out, okay? Don't try to do it when it's wet, because, you know, things might fall apart pretty quickly. All right, so I'm just going to kind of settle that mix into there, press it down a little bit. You know, you don't have to just mold it in there, but you know, give it a little push so that everything is you know, nicely settled in and, you know, ready to go. Fill in areas where you need to. If you need to hit the pot on the ground a little bit to get everything settled, then do that. But this is what it looks after I'm done. And this was actually so easy, you guys. You know, you don't realize, you know, when you buy a new plant that 9 times out of 10, they're probably ready to be moved into a bigger pot. So with my tags, I normally put my tags back into my pot just so that I can kind of keep track of which plants need to be watered a little bit more, you know, just the care of the plant. You want to have that information, right? So this is my first repotted plant ever. Hey. I'm excited. And then I'm just going to water it down, okay? You want to water it until you know, you see that water draining from the bottom. Okay, water it all the way through. Yeah. And I'm just going to speed up the rest of this video. And if I feel like I need to hop in and say something, then I'll do so. Just like now. See, my leaves are yellow on this plant, and I don't know what that's from. But if you guys know, please let me know down in the comments. This is one of my bigger plants. And oh man. So in order to get this plant out, you know, I had to really squeeze around the container, you know, just kind of loosen up that mix a little bit, you know, so that whenever I get ready to pull her out, you know, she's not just like stuck to the bottom. It'd be pretty easy. So yeah, so I'm just messing around with the old nursing pot. And I went and cleaned it and everything, you guys. Look at that. Look at all those roots. Look. Oh, my God. Crazy. So, yeah. So, this is actually an old nursing pot from one of my plants that died over the snowstorm period that we had here in Texas. I'm not sure if you guys heard about that, but yeah, my baby just kind of froze to death because we weren't home for, you know, like days. So, and I had her outside, so I was just like, oh, but yeah, it's time for me to let her go. I had to bag her up and go put her to the dumpster. Yeah. But I'm going to take the old pot from this plant, and I'm going to use it for my palm over there. I'm going to clean out the nursing pot, though, because it is filthy, and it did have, you know, like some little insects and stuff in it. So I want to make sure that that's nice and clean, just like it is now, before I transfer my new plant over to this pot. So again, I'm just going to fill up the bucket halfway, and I'm going to insert my plant.